What's up, 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 what's up? Today we're playing through the Minecraft map of Bloom. If it is a Bloom that you can play. Dunno. Oh. Load world anyways. Badoom. What? I thought I purchased this one. How do I have the world template if I haven't purchased it? What? That's dumb. Oh, hey, that's cool. Didn't know about that. Alright, let's see if this is an actual map, or if it's, you know, more of a mod. Because that's the thing in Minecraft, there's... Ooh, make sure to wear your favorite gardening skins. Character creator items don't work here. Aw. Oh, does that mean you have to make the skin yourself? That's cool. Yeah. I've already seen, like, a lot of custom stuff. It frankly looks like a different voxel game, which is really interesting. I didn't really expect it to look this different. Because, well, this is pretty different. Interact? How do I interact with this? Do I mean this? What? I have a thought on what might be going on. Give me a sec. Boop doop boop 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 boo. Boo doo doo. Doo doo doo. Doo doo. Okay. Hopefully that fixed the issue. Oh. Ugh. I have no clue what's broken. Why? Why does this happen to me? What do they mean by interact to start? Why? I had this big plan and everything. Ugh. Maybe if I leave the world and then come back, it'll fix itself? I don't know. Might work. Hopefully. Oh well. I got music today. It's the Kirby soundtrack. Thought it would sound nice. Maybe... Start. Nope. How do I interact with you? Nope. That's not working. Maybe there's like a bug thing over here. I'm gonna try this for like another minute, and then if it's broken, I'm just gonna call it quits and maybe do something else. I don't know. Might draw or something. Something more fun than, being in a broken map. Have you ever had salmon? Not like raw salmon. I hear that eating raw salmon's pretty bad for you, but I'm not actually sure if it is or not, because if you freeze stuff at, like, cold enough temperatures or heat it up, that usually kills the stuff in it, because I hear the reason why you're not supposed to eat salmon is because it has, like, parasites in it or something. But you can eat smoked salmon fine, so I wonder really what the difference is there. Like, if the smoke kills off the little creatures in there? That'd be something worth checking. Yeah, it seems like this is a bust. I'm gonna change the title and stuff. Darn. I'll see what I can do real quick. Going back to BRB. This is what happens when you don't test your stuff, folks. You're like, oh, things will be fine, and then they're not fine, and you're like, why? Why did I not test things? And then you suffer, because you didn't expect whatever you were doing to happen. Guess I'll play some regular Minecraft for a bit. Because that's what's happening. Too bad. So sad. Sucks to be me. But not really, because I like being me. Being me's good. Yeah, I know where I am. I'm currently mining some clay. Yeah. But I kind of wonder what makes it so that some foods are safe to eat and some aren't. My guess is it's like parasites and diseases you can get, because that's the obvious duh answer. But then I also wonder if there's like ways to pasteurize food without heat, I guess is my real question. Like with a mild acid or some form of fermentation, you can make some foods that were previously unsafe, safe, or just have like... So then I'm like, if you colonize like wheat with beer bacteria, of course you're gonna get something that tastes kind of like beer, because, you know, it's fermented. But what if you did something like you colonized lemonade with beer bacteria? Would you just get lemon beer? I mean, I imagine so, but would it be like more like vodka, maybe? I don't really know what would happen if you just fermented straight sugar water. My guess is it would be more or less pure alcohol. And it wouldn't really have much of a taste to it. Hence why I'm thinking potentially vodka. Wouldn't know though. Am I just able to mine this stuff with my fist? Oh, I've been using up my pickaxe's efficiency for nothing. Whoops. I can just mine this stuff with my hand pretty much just as effectively. Oopsies. But yeah, the question comes up of stuff like that. Guess I could look it up. I mean, I have access to the internet and books, so I could learn more about food fermentation if I really wanted to. Though that does draw away from the initial thing I was talking about, which was that salmon is really tasty. I had salmon for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but it was in the same form of like this salmon that's been like smoked, because salmon and lox bagels, delicious, and a salmon and lox bagel costs less than like a Burger King burger. If you know where you're buying from, that is. Like if you're getting the cheap stuff, then yeah, it costs less than a Burger King burger, which is really nice, because, I don't know, I like the food and it's tasty. And the fact that I can get it for relatively cheap as well is incredibly nice. So I appreciate that. But yeah, like half of my diet lately has just been salmon and lox burgers. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but I wouldn't think that it would be harming me. It would be kind of weird if I found out it was. I'd be like, huh. Because it's unexpected. It's like saying, oh, having too much fruit can kill you because of vitamin C or something. I don't think that's true, but if it turns out to be, I'll be deeply surprised, because the other half of my diet right now is various fruit. It's a wonder that I still have calcium in my bones with how little I eat. You think they'd break? Actually, when someone breaks their hip, when like walking down the stairs, fun fact, they aren't breaking their hip from like if someone breaks their hip when they're like old, they often aren't breaking their hip from like the impact. The thing that happened actually chronologically was that their hip broke and then they fell. They didn't fall and then their hip broke most of the time. It's that their hip broke and then they fell from repetitive stress of walking, because the bones like weaken when you get older. Or, you know, your bones just don't hold together quite as well. probably because of some kind of, I don't know, genetic thing that some people could have. I wouldn't say it's just an old people issue, because any time that someone says, oh, this issue is just for X person, it's pretty much always incorrect, and the issue affects way more people than they're thinking it affects. They just aren't accounting for some group or another who it also definitely affects. So even if I'm not knowledgeable about who else might have issues like that, it doesn't mean that that kind of stuff doesn't exist, I guess. I kind of lost track of what I was saying, but I think that my point stands. Ooh, iron. Ooh. There's actually a certain type of steel that's used in construction occasionally. If you see, like, rusty-looking steel in a constructed piece of art or something, and you ever wonder how it's not, like, rusting more and falling apart, or how it's not a safety hazard, occasionally it is just a safety hazard, but there's actually a type of steel that's specifically meant to rust on the outside, and it's given, like, a special treatment in order to do so. And then once it's rusted over, like, to cover the entirety of the metal, if you will, then it's just done rusting, which means that it's just kind of there, and it's done, and it's really pretty. Which I like a lot. I think it's cool when stuff like that's going on. It seems like my frame rate's going better than last time, which I appreciate. I was thinking of potentially doing some kind of challenge content, but I can't really think of content that would be fun for a challenge. Maybe I could try out obscure iPad games and stream them live? That might be cool. But it'd have to be just the free ones. I don't really like spending money. Like, I've been looking at a computer that won't stagger and drop frames if I try to, God forbid, plug it into its other... It has 2 USB ports, and God forbid I plug it into the second USB port instead of the first. That's just asking for... Am I asking to have my computer not work? That's just asking for my frame rate to drop. Yeah. Half of the drop frames in my last stream were because I decided to use a 12-year-old monitor? Oh my. How intensive on my computer. I'm lucky the thing can even do video editing, frankly. I mean, I love the machine, I've grown an emotional attachment to it, but also sometimes it's just non-functional. I can't play video games on it that are like 5 years old because it's not beefy enough. It's like, oh, I want to play Slime Rancher, and they're like, you want 10 frames per second? You want 10 frames per second? Here, let me give you 10 frames per second. Ooh, that's not enough? Here, let me give you another serving. And I'm like, I never even said I wanted it. And then my computer's like, yeah. Actually, no, it's not like that. My computer's not... I'm mischaracterizing my computer. My computer's not a jerk. My computer's more like a sad dog that can't really do tricks very well, no matter how hard it tries, and it's just trying its best to impress me, and I feel bad for it, so I give it a pat on the head, because I really know it's trying. Even if it's miserably failing every time it tries to do a little trick. I'm like, Fido, stand! And my computer, which in computer terms would be, computer, render! And then the computer's like chugging along, and it just barely does it, and then I'm screaming and going, woo! Woohoo! Because I'm like so happy that the computer did it. That kind of thing. I love Minecraft. I say as I do Minecraft while playing Minecraft. I have unlimited power, and this is just one facet of it. What's other things I could talk about beyond my intense love of bagels? You know how most people get, like, some variety of knick-knack or another and then they never use it, but then there's also people who get the same thing and it changes their life because they use it constantly. I've experienced both ends of that spectrum, and it's very interesting on both sides because in every context you're like, oh, I won't use it, and then either it becomes a essential aspect of your personality, and you're not even sure how you would have lived without, or it becomes just another thing that's taking up space in your cabinets that you kind of want to get rid of, but you feel guilty for never using. Yeah. On the constantly uses end, I have this bread machine that's just... every week, whenever I want another loaf of fresh bread that's still hot from the machine, and I just cut it off and I eat half a loaf in a single serving, and then I feel sick because I ate half a loaf of bread in a single serving. Oh my gosh, of course I'm going to be sick. And then I sit there with my stomach slowly inflating like a duck who's been fed bread, even though you're not supposed to feed ducks bread. That's bad for ducks, because it inflates in their stomachs and hurts them and could potentially kill them. That's me. I'm the duck. I'm suffering. And yet I reach my little hand out to get that one last slice of bread, and I push it towards my mouth, and I feel immediate regret, but the bread is so good. And it's still warm, and it has the perfect amount of butter on it with a little MSG sprinkled on the butter to make it taste sweeter and more umami, and oh, it's so good. But then, and it's just, oh, and I'm just a little thing on the ground, like a worm. Lucky me, though, I don't think that I can... Lucky me, though, unless something really bad happens, I don't think I can explode from too much bread like a duck does. I think I have inbuilt, protections against that, such as having a large enough stomach that by the time the bread starts expanding, I'll know when I've had enough. That's the advantage of not being a duck. That and also not having to evolve the weird duck things. I'm not sure if it's geese or ducks that have the tongue that has the teeth on it. And it's cool. If my tongue had teeth on it, though, I'd probably be stuck, you know, with my mouth all ripped up and it'd suck. I don't think I'd enjoy having a tongue with teeth on it. Who knows, though, I might. I'm not gonna argue that I'd hate it. No, I'm gonna argue that I'd hate it. Unless my mouth was strong enough to handle me having teeth on my tongue, I think that it would be something that I'd rather dislike. Because I'd be ripping up the sides of my mouth constantly, just by talking. And it would really suck that I wouldn't be able to do stuff like eat hard candies as easily. And also I'd have to worry, if I had the... It's like saying you want the tongue of a lion. It's cool and all until you go to do a funny prank and lick the back of someone's hand or something as a joke and you rip off their skin in 3 consecutive licks. Because your tongue is like actual sandpaper. And then you just stuck there standing and staring and you didn't mean to do it, but you still definitely did rip off your best friend's skin. And the solution to that is obvious, of just don't lick people. But sometimes you see a person and you're like, God, it'd be funny if I just licked them. I've never had that, I don't think, but I've seen enough jokes about it happening that I know it's on some level an experience that people might find relatable or something. I don't know. Actually, yeah, I guess it's probably relatable on some level because I hear about people who are like, haha, licks the homies to make them annoyed and then immediately runs away. It might be a case of what kind of memes are you looking at, though? I wouldn't know. Ah! Sword in my chest, sword in my chest, sword in my chest, sword in my chest. I wouldn't have so many issues with... Zombies attacking me if I actually had a house. I could bury my house underground. That might be nice. That way I could have, like, a proper abode and stuff. And people could be like, ooh, nice house. And I can be like, yeah, it's a subway. Not that I'm actually gonna ever play Minecraft with other people. I don't really have people to play Minecraft with. At least people with a stable internet connection and also a copy of Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Because I have a copy of Java Edition, but it doesn't really work, let's just say. So that would be a bit of a bust. Because in order to play Minecraft Java Edition, you have to have a computer that could run anything newer than Portal 2. Or maybe Portal 3. The Portalin. What was I even thinking? What? At least I'm getting food. That's better than nothing. Portal 3, the Portaling. The portal's come back and it's ready for revenge. Yeah. Yeah. Wonder what kind of revenge a portal would get. Wonder how it would get it. Would it, like, possess a person? I'm talking like I'm talking like I'm either incredibly sleep deprived or something, but it turns out if you just make me talk for long enough, this appears to just be my natural state of being. Force a person to talk for long enough and they'll eventually start talking about portal ethics. I suppose that's just the natural state of man. Or it's not and I'm just being weird. Though I don't think so. I think that this is just a thing. I'm also going to place down this crafting table. Like right here. And then I'm gonna craft some more chests. Because I kind of need to. Boop, boop. 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 There we are. And I can start putting my ores in here. That way I won't have as many issues with my ores disappearing. Though I don't think I was having many issues with my ores disappearing. Not sure, though. Yeah, thinking about it, I don't think that was ever a problem. Huh. Oh, I could start growing wheat up here. That could be a solution for my issues. Because if I have wheat, then I'll be able to eat with my wheat. Bazinga! Other things I could talk about. I wonder what rotten flesh in Minecraft would taste like. I have, like, hot take. Hot Minecraft take. Rotten flesh tastes exactly like Doritos. Specifically, Minecraft rotten flesh tastes exactly like Doritos. You're gonna be like, oh, but it's rotten flesh. Wouldn't it taste, you know, like rotting meat? But then, I say, it makes you hungry. And people are gonna be like, yeah, from the poisoning, but then, like, what kind of poisoned food makes you hungry for it? So my argument is instead that rotten flesh is instead just incredibly sodium heavy. And also super duper definitely high in carbs. Because when food is high in carbs and sodium, it makes a person hungrier. Which, that's why Doritos are like that. It plays with the little neurochemicals in our monkey brains. Ook, ook, ak, ak. Let's just say. As they say, ook, ook, ak, ak. Proceed to make monkey noises that a monkey makes while going completely ape. Because they are monkeys. Well, actually, apes and monkeys are different things, but I think the joke still stands. Ha 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 ha. Yes, free food, free food. Munch, 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 munch. My continual issue in Minecraft is starvation. Because I'm too lazy to do farming. If I was on a server and they wanted me to do something like, I don't know. If I was on a server, I'd be the person to just light up the caves and build public transit systems. Because I really like the idea of public transit. I think it's cool. But I'm not really much of a farmer. So if someone did the farming, I'd like be totally down to trade my items that I get with them. Oh no. Forgot about this place. Huh. I'll just grab this. Then I won't have problems, hopefully. There we are. Haha! Success! And my goal is to just plant all of my seeds, which I forgot in my chest. Whoops. Because hopefully if I have a standing inventory of wheat, then I won't die of hunger. That or I could just, I guess, farm hoglin flesh, but that seems like a rather inefficient thing to do. Not sure. There we are. Let's see if I have any bones on me. I don't think it'd be in this chest. Oh, I know what I can make. Compost. Yeah, how do I make a composter? Epic. What? Weird. Huh. Grab this, grab this. Grab this. Grab this. Now I can make a composter, hopefully. There we are. And then if I crouch... Oh! Didn't expect that to be a thing you could do. Huh. Don't know how you'd expect that to be a thing you could do. Honestly, it seems like... I'm gonna check if that thing fills up with... continues to be full of water after filling up. Because I have a lot of moss bricks, so I might as well. Yeah, it continues to be full of water. That's epic. You could make like a wash basin or a toilet like this. I didn't know about this item interaction. That's really cool. Nice. Because I don't need this much moss. This much moss is too much moss for me. I like moss. I'm a mossy boy, let's just say. But even this much moss is too much moss for one person. What's one person gonna do with this much moss? That's a moss catastrophe. A moss-tastrophe, if you will. Think about it. How much moss do you need before it becomes too much moss? I'd say like 5 moss balls. That are enough moss to cover a yard. Cause if you have... Cause, yeah, grass on gardens is dumb. Especially if you live in some place like Las Vegas. Not that you shouldn't have a nice yard, but having it be grass is just a waste of water and resources. Cause, think about it. If you want to have a nice garden, wouldn't you want something that doesn't turn orange the first time that you do anything with it that isn't giving it your entire water bill? I don't know, maybe you're the type of person who likes paying your water bill in like that high of amounts. I will judge, but it's your thing, I guess, if you want to pay a water bill that high. Though it still's probably an issue for the water that people drink if everyone has that much water being dedicated to their lawns. Las Vegas itself, like the city, is actually very good about its water usage, because it has these big lakes and stuff, but they don't actually use water that's, you know, drinkable. The water they have that's in those little Las Vegas fountains and stuff is too salinated to actually be useful. So that means that they can, like, do stuff with it that would otherwise not be accessible, I guess. I forgot what I was saying halfway through what I was saying. Oops. Haha. Gamer brain makes me talk about something and then completely forget what I was saying. Haha. That's the advantages of being a gamer. Advantage of being a gamer? You forget everything you say the second after you say it. Disadvantage of being a gamer? You forget everything you say a second after you say it. Means that you end up going in circles with what you're saying. Oh no. Sucks to game. Oh dear. Minecraft's a fun game. Fun game for cute children. Like Off. Off's a fun game for cute children. At least that's what they like to say about the game. I wonder... Yeah. Yeah, you could set up your entire farm to be like this with composters. That way you could use up stuff that you aren't using. Because moss is commonly used in concurrence with bone meal as a means of mining stone. Because you can get rid of stone really quickly and then use a hoe to break it. So you only really need one moss block, and then if you just keep bone mealing the moss that you're using and cutting away at it, you'll end up with enough moss to do stuff with. Which I think is really interesting. There we are. This is enough wheat to make a second loaf of bread so that hopefully I'll actually heal from my damage. Bazinga. I don't even like Big Bang Theory. I don't know why I say bazinga. Maybe I'm finally embracing my inner Sheldon. Ugh. Ugh. As if I'd want to have anything in common with that fictional limp bean of a man. Ugh. If anyone ever wants to get compared to Sheldon in a genuine manner, that, to me, implies something interesting. Such as them being a fan of Big Bang Theory! Whoa. Which, I'm not like, oh, you can't be my friend if you're a fan of Big Bang Theory. That's dumb. That's weird and dumb. Unless something someone likes is something that's like, it actively affects them as a person and their moral character or whatever, like, I don't know, being into something real reprehensible. I don't think it makes much sense to be like, you're a fan of X thing, to the pits with you. Then again, maybe I just haven't interacted with the type of people where that would be something that would be an actual, genuine, legitimate problem. And maybe if I actually interacted with someone like that, I'd have a different perspective. I don't know. I kind of just live in a box. In the void. Not really sure if it could be considered living, but I can say that I'm definitely, making one. Bazinga. Bazinga's just a fun phrase. You say it and then... I think it's interesting how there are some phrases where if you say it to the right person, you can watch their entire face crumple in on itself. Oh, I left the... That's why I was making iron. I forgot. I was making it so that I could make more pickaxes. Whoops. It's like if you're with someone who's just not a fan of My Little Pony and never has been, or has been a fan of My Little Pony and now considers it to be the cringiest thing ever. Getting into a group and saying, "Alright, every pony, let's get started," and they're not in on the joke. Oh, you could just watch their faces crumble in on themselves if they're in the know, but also not in on the joke. And it's admittedly kind of terrible because it's something only funny if it's people who are your friends. If it's not your friends, at least for me, it's no longer funny. Because then it's just kind of you're being annoying to a person because you think it'd be funny, which... Stuff is often less funny if you're the only one in on the joke. That's what I notice. Maybe I'm alone in this assertion, but I think it's the case. That stuff immediately becomes less funny if you're the only person who's in on the joke. Yeah, so you can like almost instantly mine moss blocks with a hoe. Which is why the new mining meta is the moss meta. Also, moss, I think I mentioned this last time, can be used instead of grass if you live in a desert environment. So that you can, you know, do cool stuff with desert things, like make a garden in a desert and it'll actually look nice for once. Instead of it looking terrible because you're using grass, and grass's natural color in a desert, unless you're using a texture pack or something, is kind of a icky grayish brown color. Which, if you're into that, cool, I guess. It works for, like, wasteland scenes, but not much else I can say. At least in my opinion. Wouldn't really... I only do a little bit of building, though, so... I can imagine that there's probably more variability and stuff you can do that would be admittedly pretty cool. Oh no, my glowberry. Oh well, I don't want to fall in the void to never return. I can't MLG water bucket. I would just die. DLG water bucket, as in die. I don't know what LG actually stands for in MLG. Modern Legend Gamer. Oh, I didn't die. How wonderful. Let's make sure mobs don't spawn. Oh, I didn't die. How wonderful. Still gotta make sure mobs don't spawn. Otherwise, I will die. From being attacked. Ah! A mob. I'm probably going to die. From being attacked. Unless I run away. Hopefully the skeleton won't find me, and hopefully another skeleton won't as well. I'm lighting everything up with shroom lights because I don't have torches. So this is my best lighting system. Oh wait, I do have torches now. Okay, I can stop using shroom lights. At least for now, because I don't have any more shroom lights. So, yeah. This is my favorite part of Minecraft, is just wandering through random caves and just seeing what there is to see. Because there's something inherently satisfying to me about wandering around in a location where you don't really know where you are. And just enjoying the being lost aspect in a environment where that's not really considered particularly dangerous. It's just pleasant, you know? I like doing it. Did I just hear a villager down here? What? I mean, I once found a traveling trader at Bedrock, so it wouldn't be that unusual, but it'd be weird. Weird. I mean, I definitely heard a zombie. That was something I heard. Hopefully the music isn't too loud. It'd be annoying for a potential viewer if it was. I forgot to check that. I know what I can do. Turn off the music for like 2 seconds. and then turn on my stream for a bit. I know what I can do. Turn off the music for like 2 seconds. Garden in a desert, and it'll actually look nice for once. Instead of it looking... Oh, the music's not loud enough. That's an issue. I'll turn it up a bit. Whoopsies. Oh well. I mean, I found some redstone. That's pretty. Pretty nice, that is. Ayy. That wasn't something that you'd go ayy at. Eh. Still find it cool. Ayy. I think it should be a joke to make a comment about something completely innocuous and then treat it like it was an epic burn. And you're not even insulting anybody. You're talking about a random topic here. So I'm not saying like, oh, you're talking about something like, you say a compliment to someone, but you treat it like it's an epic burn. No, I'm saying you say a random thing about like a food processor. You're like, man, this food processor sure does process apples efficiently. And then everyone starts going, oh! Like you just said the most, killer insult. I really wonder what people's main Minecraft stinger is, like what they listen to while they're playing Minecraft. Or just other video games. Because I listen to some weird music while I'm editing. And it's like... and if it was a TikTok, I'd be like, hey TikTok, what kind of music do you listen to while you're editing? Here's mine. And then it would just be harsh noise. It would be harsh noise. Which is a genre that sounds like if white noise decided to be evil and effed up for a day. Which I like a lot, but I'm not sure if it'd be everyone's cup of tea. In fact, it's not even my cup of tea. Oh hey, yeah, I did hear a traveling trader. Yeah, you can find them in weird places. I mean, look at this guy. Let's see what he has for trades. I don't have any emeralds, sadly. Ooh, red sand. That's nice. Good on you, man. Good on you. Hope he gets out okay. I don't think traveling traders can be victims of zombies because they're technically classified as different mobs. So they can't be, you know, zombified in the traditional sense. Zombified traveling traders would be cool, though, if you could actually run into them. Especially because maybe you could get, like... Maybe if you got a zombified traveling trader, then you could permanently have a traveling trader around, because their skins are really pretty, and it's a little sad that you can't have traveling traders around permanently, and that they always disappear just due to the way they work. But since you can name zombies, I'm not sure if you can name traveling traders. I think you can, but they still disappear. Maybe if you had a zombified one and you cured it, then you could actually keep it around as like a friend. I'm talking about villagers like they're Pokemon. Which is, I guess, better than talking about, like, them like they're inanimate objects, like they generally are treated. Because in a sense, they are inanimate objects, but they're things you're supposed to empathize with still, I guess. It's always interesting when you're expected to empathize with something that's very clearly isn't something that is generally given empathy. Yeah, that sounds like I'm being weird. It's like if it's like if people were generally expected to empathize with, I don't know, a fast food mascot. People just kind of naturally gravitate towards things like that. They give human traits to stuff which is decidedly not human in its way of thinking, if it thinks at all. And that gets manipulated by people for the sake of profit, but it's also used to do cool stuff. Kind of like everything else, I guess, when it comes to marketing. Yeah. Ayy. Got back into the Lush Cave. Capital L Lush Cave. Lush Cave energy? Oh? Oh no? Heh. Yeah. Gonna check the music again. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Gonna check the music again. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Oh, the music's not loud enough. And it's like... and if it was a TikTok, I'd be like, hey TikTok, what kind of music? I really wonder why the music's not audible. That's kind of weird. Huh. Weird. I'll see if I can solve that. Yeah, because I've never been able to figure out what's an actual approachable volume for music that's supposed to be. Because maybe it's supposed to be, like, louder. I don't know. Wait, properties. Yeah, no, that's correct. Advanced audio properties. Nope. I need to go to filters. And then go into gain. Yep. And then just turn that guy up. Because apparently I need to make it positive decibels. Okay. There. Let's test if that's actually audible on stream, because if that's not, then I don't know what the issue is. Boop. Boop. Do you listen to? Because apparently I need to make it positive decibels. Because apparently I need... Okay. Going to check. If that's not, then I don't know what the issue is. Oh yeah, that actually worked. Nice. Huh. Turns out that it should really not be in the... I'm such an epic streamer, I tell myself. And then I proceed to mess around with my decibel meter like it's candy for 30 minutes. I think it actually hasn't been 30 minutes, but it feels like it's been 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. Alright. If I had, like, a shovel, I could mine all of this clay really easily. I think it'd be fun if I built my little house. Oh, wait, this is like a grotto. Ooh, pretty! This is fun. There we are. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. You know, maybe if I went without dying for like a single stream, I'd stop having issues getting EXP, because I wouldn't be losing it all the time. But then things wouldn't be as fun and spicy. It'd be like eating a plain bell pepper when you expected a chili pepper and you're like, what? Huh? And for a second you're confused because that was definitely a chili pepper. That looks like a jalapeno. Diamond! Yes, 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 yes! I found the Tide Pod gem! Oh, yes! I found the Tide Emeralds! the cyan munchies! Oh! Ooh, slime balls! And more diamonds! I don't mind if I do. I should probably make it so I don't fall into the ever-present lava. I should also make sure that I have a little bit of food in me. Otherwise, I am going to die. There we are. Looks like slimes continually spawned and then proceeded to die on the lava. Like the little idiots that they are. There we are. I don't want to, you know, die on the lava like a little idiot baby. There we are. Make sure nothing else can spawn down here while I'm grabbing the diamonds. I definitely have other blocks as well. I don't know if moss blocks burn, but I'm hoping they don't. I also did definitely bring my pickaxe along, that's good. It'd suck if I didn't bring my pickaxe and I saw the diamonds and then I couldn't even get them because of the pickaxe. Or more accurately, my lack of one. That would just be kind of sad. Okay, I don't think that moss sets fire. Cool. You'd expect it would, but I guess it doesn't. Huh. Maybe it's set as a non-flammable block for some reason? Probably because it's probably non-flammable because it would cause issues with, like, spawning, I guess? That's my best guess, at least. I kind of wonder why people don't play more... Because streamers use, like, emulators to play their games a lot of the time. I kind of wonder why a lot of the time emulators aren't used for, like, Wii games. Maybe it doesn't work? Or with DS games, if a streamer has an iPad and the Duet app, then couldn't they just use their iPad as, like, a streaming tool? I mean, I'm streaming from my iPad because my computer can't take higher-end stuff. So why wouldn't someone just do that? I don't know, seems kind of weird to me. But maybe it's, like, normal? It's sort of like why I wonder why people use people who, for writing down their closed captions when YouTube actually makes automatic closed captions, so if someone has a finished audio edit of their video and all they have to do is add the closed captions, they can upload the audio edit and then just do some regular video effects adding afterwards, and then if they're not using animated subtitles, then they can just straight up upload the subtitle file after converting it into their preferred subtitle format of choice online into something that would work better, you know? And then all they have to do is time the subtitles, you know? Which I think would probably take considerably less effort than writing down all those subtitles would probably take. I don't know, though. I'm not an epic, I'm a gamer, but I'm not sure if I'm an epic one. Okay. I mean, at least I found a place where a lot of slimes spawn. That means I'm getting a lot of slime balls. Though I do have to get home before I die of hunger. That's a problem. I don't want to die of hunger. I'm pretty sure if I just build straight up, I could be able to do this. Hup, 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 hup. Okay, I shouldn't die immediately. My goal right now is to basically die in a corner. and not explode into a bunch of items. Because if I can mark down- oh wait! Huh. Okay, I won't die of hunger. Okay, epic. I have 1 hunger bar to work with. That should be enough. For now, but since I see more glowberries, I am gonna grab a couple more. So that I, you know, don't immediately die. Okay. I know where I'm going. That should help me out a bit at least. Because that means that I'm not going to get too lost. That's why I have my coordinates on, and I know exactly where my home is at 0, 0. I can also check if my wheat finished growing, because if my wheat finished growing, then I can, you know, grow stuff. Kirby music plays. That I'm a gamer today. Oh, Kirby music plays. And it's gamer days today. Of all days. The emotional part of the song playing right now, right now. Big chorus. Alright. Let's make myself some bread. And hopefully this will be enough to heal. It's not. Oh well. Let's put away my items. There we are. I probably at least have enough iron that I can make some armor. Oh. Yeah, I think I do. Do I not have armor? Oh no, I have armor. I guess that's why I didn't die immediately. I only have this one piece of... Actually, this is probably more protective than iron armor is at the moment. Okay. I'm done. Goodbye.